Hey guys, what is up? It is Turtles for Life here, and today we're here with a reaction video. Luckily, I'm not a huge channel, so I can do this without copyrights, that kind of stuff. Anyway. Today we're going to be watching Titanis Rodan versus the male Muto. Leave your comments down below who you think would win. And let me just check them out. Yeah, recording. And let's get right into it.
What would happen if Rodan runs into a male Muto? In this video, we will discover the outcome of an encounter between these two monsters. On one end, an invasive species whose main objective is to kill, feed on radiation, and destroy. On the other, a giant volcanic and reckless titan whose loyalty lies only with the strongest. We will discuss each battle attribute, compare them against each other, and see which of these titans deserves to survive and who deserves to die. So sit back and get comfortable as you witness our very first fully airborne battle to determine who is the next ruler of the skies. Before we begin, we want to give you a real quick introduction to our...
Everybody, sponsor, I'm sorry, this is not my sponsor, so I'm gonna have to skip it.
Very rare is portrayed to get us old, and the very rare space being dragon. The link is down there, so don't forget to click on it. And a big thanks to Dragon City for sponsoring this video.
Guys,
to get us fully prepared.
Guys, just letting you know that they didn't sponsor my video. They sponsored the one and only Epic Goji Center's video. I'm not gonna link it down in the description, but go check it out. Goji Center's video.
Prepared to enter the analysis platform. Let's quickly run over both of these Titan builds. Titanis Rodan is a well-known winged titan who is portrayed in the Monsterverse with many of the anatomical features as a pteranodon. Except this titan is biovolcanic, meaning that...
Dude, look at that shot of the volcano. I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to pause that much.
Its anatomy shares the same attributes as volcanoes. Molten rock flows through its interior, meaning that its musculature is made from fibers that are especially adapted to withstand high heat. Rodan measures 154 feet in height, though it is important to notice that this is a slouched height, meaning that if this titan decides to stand more upright, it could gain another 70 feet or more in height. This measurement is nothing compared to its 871-foot wingspan, with enough surface area to displace enough air and maximize forward thrust, which is good since this titan weighs a whopping 39,000 tons. The male Muto is a very different titan, known to measure more than 200 feet in height while standing and carrying a wingspan of approximately 350 feet. But in the film, we see that these wings can actually be spread in a wider pose, bringing this figure closer to around 450. Do not let this slender build fool you, as it is estimated that this creature can be anywhere between 16 and 20,000 tons. Although this Muto looks very insect-like, it's confirmed by the visual effects artist that the Mutos would classify as mammals because they have flesh, bones, and muscles. This doesn't necessarily make them mammals or insects, but most likely a whole new class of creatures. By placing these animals next to each other on land, the Muto has an advantage on height, but in the air, Rodan seemingly doubles the Muto in wingspan surface area. But will this even matter in the upcoming battle? Let's now enter the analysis
At East Coast Hearing, we're making hearing aids more accessible. With our subscription plan, you can make 36 equal, interest-free monthly payments
from durability. Given that Rodan is built like a pteranodon, we can assume that its skeletal build is quite similar in some areas. This light skeletal build was actually pretty durable, as it was able to withstand a 141,000-ton titan crashing into its skeletal frame. In addition to that, Rodan is said to be covered with an outer dermis made out of special volcanic sediment collected from centuries of hibernation inside a volcano. As the volcanic attributes made their way into this titan's DNA, Rodan developed an immunity to extremely high temperatures, superheated weaponry, and as a result, modern-day weaponry such as missiles. Perhaps the most interesting durability attribute is its muscular viability. To explain this, we need to look at how Mothra successfully defeated Rodan by impaling him on the shoulder.
Yeah,
this
that
exit
was
wound was closer to
that
Rodan's
was, like,
back. At the end of King of the
arm,
Monsters,
but,
Rodan was
no.
flying effortlessly once again. This ability to continue using these muscles is thanks to its biovolcanic anatomy. Its internal combustion system serves as an all-time source of radiation, allowing it to continue functioning even if the wounds aren't completely healed. How does the Muto compare? If this creature does have any insect-like attributes, it would be its chitinous exoskeleton, providing some protection against lighter attacks or impacts. But its most important virtue is its ability to withstand extremely high temperatures. In the film titled Godzilla, we see that Mutos were able to withstand Godzilla's atomic breath. Admittedly, this was a weaker blast than Godzilla's normal atomic breath. More on that later. This was a rather thin sheet of armor that enveloped the Muto. In contrast, Rodan's shock-resistant and thick armored build proves to be better suited for withstanding a heavy barrage of attacks, giving the edge to Rodan for corporal durability.
I mean, but
Intelligence.
To the Muto,
if you know anything about Monster vs. Rodan, you'll recall that this animal has been around for a while, possibly witnessing or partaking in battles with Godzilla, meaning that this kaiju has accumulated plenty of combat experience in the past. Another clue can be its close resemblance to modern-day birds, more specifically birds of prey, and based on its skull, crows and vultures. These animals have similar brain casings. In the real world, these creatures are some of the smartest on the planet, capable of solving complex puzzles, using tools, and possessing long-term memory. Rodan understands its corporal abilities and knows how to put them to good use. This was proved in 2019 when Rodan escaped from his enclosure. In this clip, Rodan knew the planes were retreating, so it used a barrel roll to turn this escape route into a kill zone. This barrel roll was probably already in its repertoire of battle maneuvers since it was executed flawlessly. Other examples include the knowledge of pinning its opponents and aiming for unprotected parts of its opponent's body. Mutos are not 100% instinctively driven creatures. They show signs of empathy towards others of their kind, especially their mates and offspring. These sort of behaviors are seen in animals with high levels of intelligence, capable of understanding abstract concepts such as revenge, guilt, and fault. See how this Muto identified the one person who destroyed her nest, and later remembered who it was. But what about battle intelligence? In combat, Mutos are team players, meaning that these pairs require each other to strategize and fight more effectively. But they can do fairly well on their own. That is, until they let emotions get in the way. Being highly sentient creatures, these animals are prone to being driven by obsession of revenge, radiation, or simply spite. This was proven as the Muto was distracted by its own obsession over this guy, while completely ignoring a giant kaiju behind her. And proven again as this Muto made a reckless attempt to attack Godzilla, which costed its life. This may be due to their lack of experience, as these were relatively newly born hatchlings. Because of this, the edge of battle intelligence goes to a more experienced Rodan. Overall strength. Titanus Rodan was a titan with a seemingly muscular build for a flying titan. Because of this, Rodan was capable of flapping its wings with so much force that it allowed it to gain enough momentum to soak in Ghidorah's aerial charge. These muscular arms or wings could also be folded to move through narrower shafts, such as the volcano that Rodan emerged from. A hard feat, especially given that this creature weighed 39,000 tons. But perhaps the strongest part of this titan was found here, on its talons. Unlike a pteranodon, these are a bit more pronounced and muscular, similar to a bird of prey. This strong grip would have allowed it to grip into any opponent. Combined with its large wings, it's safe to assume that this titan could have lifted heavy objects or inflicted a devastating shock. The male Muto, although smaller than Rodan, has proved to be an extremely strong creature, probably one of the strongest for its size. This titan was strong enough to carry a Russian Typhoon-class submarine from the depths of the sea and drag it many miles inland. How heavy are these? A Typhoon-class sub would weigh around 47,240 long tons, which is around
way more than
57,600 US tons.
That's
Almost
way more
triple
than
the weight of the male muto.
weighs.
But is this the limit? No! In this clip, we see the male muto drag a 90,000-ton Godzilla while airborne, a difficult feat for a titan of this size. This strength can be attributed to its appendages and wings, which are insect-like. In the real world, some insects are capable of carrying things many times their own weight. Mutos could have possessed similar muscular attributes, allowing them to drag very heavy objects. Seeing this, the male muto's paranormal amounts of strength will now balance the scale, making this a draw for overall strength. Agility. Because this battle will happen in the air, the following
guys,
attributes
after
will be
this, we're gonna
essential
end
to
it
this battle.
as part
Both
one.
of these titans can fight while airborne, but who can do it better? Rodan is a titan that can get close and personal while fighting in the air. Its best virtue when it comes to agility, however, is being able to fight while upside down, flying backwards, or even spinning. Observe how Rodan crashes into the floor with Mothra and is capable of becoming airborne once again in a split second. For a large winged creature, being able to move in such a manner, crash on the ground, and regain its composure is absolutely crucial for a winged titan. Smaller size means that you can move faster within a small cubicle area. We see that this muto managed to dodge Godzilla's attacks in less than a second and immediately moved to this position to flank him. Similar to Rodan, this guy can also fly to the side, backwards, and roll to some extent. Compared side by side, however, these maneuvers were executed faster by one of these titans. And by analyzing the speed of which these are executed, Rodan once again comes out on top when it comes to battle agility.
Oh, ad. Okay, guys, that's where we're gonna end the video off. Stay tuned for part 2. That was part 1. Make sure to like, subscribe, share the video with your friends. This has been Total Life, and good. Bye.